Okay, so today we are just going to have a short kente tutorial. So first of all, they have the male and female kente. The male kente comes in 10 years, although practically is a little bit less, and then the female is supposed to be 6 years. So now we go into the types. You have the throughout, that is, there are no spacing in between the designs, and you also have the kwetia. That's the type of kente with spacing. So for either the throughout or the kwetia, you can have the black and white design, the gold and white design, or the blue and white design. And it's to be noted that the black and white and the gold and white are more common than the blue and white, And then you also have the yellow, which is basically means that the main, like the baseline threading is yellow, and it also can either be a throughout or kwetia, type of kente. And for the yellow, you mainly have like, green, white and red threading among the yellow as well, mixed with the yellow. Although majority of the threading will be yellow, yeah. And then you have the all white kente. It can also be either throughout or spacing. That's the kwetia. And like they say, like, with the yellow, the all white means the baseline threading is also pure white. You can have some little yellow here and there as well. And then there is also the two colors kente. You mostly have blue and gold. You have pink and gold. Different color combinations. Yeah. And then I also ask about in order of like expensiveness. Which one is the most expensive? Which one is the least expensive? Well, when you are comparing at least the one that she had at a shop, you realize that the most expensive, according to the person I spoke to, was the Ejuniso Kente. Is the most expensive one. And I believe this is also an Ejuniso. Basically, the design is upon the design anyway. So you get it. Yeah, that's what it's called, Ejuniso. Yeah. And this is most likely throughout kente as well. And so the second more expensive kente is the Ajunasa. It used to be the most expensive, but it's now less expensive than the Ejuniso because the Ejuniso is more like modern, and it's more preferred by the clients now. So I guess based on demand, it's rather overtaking the Ajunasa. So yeah, so the Ajunasa is the second most expensive kente. Well, I got to know about. And then the third one is Obama or Joromi. So basically, those are the three major kentes. They just fluctuate between these three. Anyway, so I guess this is just a short video, for anyone who doesn't know much about kente. One thing is to help you decide exactly how expensive it is. You would really want to feel the kente. There is something about the texture. You realize that the most expensive ones have a harder texture, and you can see that the weaving is really neat. So I was told that the Ewes tend to do the more expensive kentes, and then the Ashantis tend to do the less expensive ones because the more expensive kente take longer to sew, to weave. And so if you don't have the time, then you just do it quickly and go. But then the more time it takes to weave the kente, the more intrinsic the design is, the neater the knitting and everything is, the more expensive the kente will be. So this is more likely the Ejunisu type of kente. You get it? Yeah. You can see the design, it's been neatly woven. So yeah. It takes basically it can take about 2 to 6 months, I guess, depend on the designs and then of course the person making it. So yeah, that's basically a little tutorial on kente and how to identify which is which, and which one is more expensive than which one, because sometimes the pictures can be deceptive. So it's always important to feel it, because when you compare them, you can actually tell that the more expensive one has a unique texture to it compared to the other ones. So yeah, that's basically it. I hope you enjoyed it and you learned something. See you when we do next. We have some short clips I took at the shop where I went to. Hope you enjoy it. Have a nice day. Bye. Different types. So I didn't see so. Because you guys here on top of each other. And Obama. And two colors.
Two colors. Where could be new?
Where blue and
golden. Deep blue. That's mine are golden, sea blue.
And yellow.
Yellow.
And white, where black and white.
Black and white, specs are the same.
And yellow and white. This one takes longer. Do you take it how long, Sana? Like for my
I have faster. I bet you take it there 1 month, maybe 7 weeks. But we make our way slowly.
And I when Ashanti Kente, how long? I know how long they take it.
When you cry, only be I faster. Wait me there 2 weeks every week. Obi I faster, pad. Wait me the 1 week.
Okay. And okay. And you know the difference. Finish it.
I repine through like design BN. One straight.
It will say throughout
okay, when they have an repine.
Okay.
You know that.
But nothing can tell.
But I Ashanti Kente. I know my against it being so. Let's say I combination.
And you ain't saying no, how much on say? How much on it? Okay, because of any bonder from Kakra. Saying so told you.